After a great opening week performance from Tanner McKee and the Carolina Panthers beating the Atlanta Falcons 52-17, is now the first road test for the young Carolina squad going into Indianapolis facing a top running threat in Jonathan Taylor, who's already got 108 rushing yards in one rushing touchdown coming into this game. Panthers are sitting tied atop the NFC South with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which they don't have Tom Brady anymore, so it'll be interesting to see how that team pans out. Joe Burrow leads the league in passing through week 1 with 393 yards and 3 touchdowns, followed behind by Jameis Winston and Trevor Lawrence. Derrick Henry, Ezekiel Elliott, and Saquon Barkley atop rushing. Jonathan Taylor, most receiving yards. DK Metcalf and Hunter Henry round out the receiving leaders. Tanner McKee is 8th in the NFL in passing yards, 8th in passing touchdowns. First in rushing touchdowns is Jamal Williams, 5th in the league in rushing yards. We have to do our weekly strategy. Does this say scout college players? Oh, we get to choose, so... Oh, okay. I guess I didn't get to choose. It chose for me. I never had the option of uploading, I don't think last week, a draft class or not. But regardless, I'm not going to focus on that until the end of the season, really. I'm just trying to play through the season right now with the squad. That will come in the off season. I'm not going to focus on it really throughout the staff. Maybe I'll do that between episodes or something. To our weekly strategy, we need to focus on Jonathan Taylor. They have Daniel Jones starting at quarterback. I guess we'll just go with the simulated for now for that. The auto-selected. I want to choose the run inside. Simulate the training with Cam Smith, Tanner McKee, Baldonado. We'll go get a couple practice reps in. Oh, we can upgrade some players. Definitely want to upgrade Juwan Johnson, starting tight end. Let's go practice. Get a couple practice reps in. I think I used actually Kevin O'Connell's. And I'm going to stick with that in practice and see how that goes as far as Just running through some simulated random plays. Going into Indianapolis, because that's going to be the first road test for the rookie QB1. Jamal had a great game running the ball last game. That really helped the rookie quarterback to be able to throw the ball and open up coverage. He's got a strong arm.
Okay, ready?
That was a great throw. Whoa. His hands are interesting color. I mean, it does it for you right there, but bang. Something even like that.
Ready?
I gotta get it up higher. That was a tight window.
Ready? 65.
Get a couple more in here.
Go! Let's go! Hut, hut.
Oh, almost got it up and over.
Ready? Ready?
That would have been nice. I would have finished off that. Take the check down.
Here we go, here we go!
Here we go. Let's try to make this a tud.
Ready?
Get up, DJ. Ah, we can't end on an incomplete.
Okay, break!
That's not how we go.
Rig alert, rig alert!
I'll keep that about.
Check go!
I had him in the middle. All right. Team feels comfy. I'm only playing on All Pro right now. If I shellac another team like that, I have to increase. But we'll see. I like when they wore their black pants. I think that's like a current away option, yeah. Oh, but what about with black helmets? We'll do that at some point. Oh. All right.
It's Madden NFL 23. And coming up, we'll see the workhorse, Jonathan Taylor. He's coming off a great week, reaching
Gotta
triple
be ready
digits
for
in
him.
yards with a collection of touchdowns. It's the Colts and the Panthers, next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Carolina Panthers and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. On the other side of the field,
Two
for the
teams
visiting
coming in
Panthers,
1-0.
They were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
I want 0 turnovers on offense. On defense, I want to create a couple turnovers. We need a couple.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal call.
Dang,
I
335
still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football and doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Jones looking to throw right away. And his first pass is incomplete.
Oh, wow.
I
need to change the play ball because that's a pick.
Because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one 20
Taylor.
yards on the ground.
Partner, is that what you call a free kick?
And of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago.
And he was NFC Offensive Player.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Big sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Well, this defense for the Panthers, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open?
And he's going to have to eat
Big
this
sack. Burns.
Flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. To punt on 4th down. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
Right, here
and
you
the
go,
Panthers
Tanner.
will take over now, 1st and 10. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And way up past the 35
Great
before
touch
he's
pass.
taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command. Not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
The numbers for Williams a week ago, 20 carries for an even 100 yards.
But they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get to play action and throw the ball deep later on.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Connection made with Shenault. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. The Panthers are 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1.
First
and
down.
they were able to take care of business in front of their home crowd last week.
Yeah, got
Yeah,
the
it's
first
always
down.
nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
Keep feeding him.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside
That
the 40.
spin move.
13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
Moore, the man in motion. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away.
Had to just get rid of it.
Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And an excellent job of finding
Big
the
run by
opening as
Jamal.
He's got this now all the way down to the 22. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 45 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest. And it's now 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. Touchdown, Panthers.
Puts it right on his outside shoulder for the
His second
touchdown.
on the season.
7
and
or
the Panthers
6-0
get the upper hand as they're on the board
Carolina.
first here this afternoon. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long,
Just marched right down the
set
field.
that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like
Need that defensive turnover.
with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And now a throwaway first down there, but it's incomplete.
Great defense.
Beyond the first down marker to his receiver. But
Look at this challenge even to the boundary. They probably even... Some people try to call flag on that probably. Whoa. That was just great defense.
connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So
he's going to break one of those big eventually, but
as usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Throwing Jones. Pass out left, caught by Woods. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
They'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2.
Tanner getting his own.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break
big
a little
3rd
bigger
down
than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up.
Look at those shifty feet by Jamal.
52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll toss this one in.
I had him cutting across wide open.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On second down, Williams. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside.
Jamal 6 rushes
14
at
yards,
66 yards.
Panther first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
Probably could have got it up to him. No, he was bearing down. If I would have stepped up in the pocket, I would have had more time. Because DJ was clearing that out. Dang it.
Shy of the 30.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's got some space here.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Keep giving it to him.
Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes out of Gary. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound.
They cannot stop
Make sure you use
Jamal.
your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality and pound the rock.
Here comes Marshall in motion right. A give to Williams, running right.
Oh.
Driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard
As I
line.
say, that immediately gets
Lose a yard
stuffed.
on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Back to throw. And he can't get rid
Oh,
of it.
Grover Stewart.
Got laid in the foul.
Competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Glad he just held on to the ball so we get to kick the field goal.
Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their
Stalled out
opportunities
right at
the
the
rest of the
end
game.
zone, right in the red zone.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to get a good game.
That juke, I thought I had him wrapped up, and he just got like 7 more yards.
Contest. 17 carries, 108 yards.
But they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league.
It was actually like an additional 10.
Feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off play action. Jones. And this one too low. Maybe a little over anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Jones on 1st and 10. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA
Happy with that
Sports.
performance through 1.
2nd quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Need that turnover, though. Give me that defensive turnover.
They'll stick
Let me
with the
get one
passing
more
game
score
as he
up on
looks
him
to throw.
before.
And he's got the hook up to Landry.
Oh!
He's going to be taken
Fumble that!
out to 33.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted.
There it is!
Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. But when I looked down,
Daniel and his receivers were out of line.
So what did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime
Miscommunication, and it's thrown
you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time
to
play
the
by you
field
or
where
an overthrow by
Jackson
the
is
quarterback,
for the
you have a much
interception.
better opportunity.
Jamal Williams making his way back onto the field. He's in his zone. 2nd quarter already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift. because it's in a game. It's 1,000-yard
Has already surpassed it
from 12 to 14 to 16 games. Maybe we need
in
to up
this
that a
game.
little. And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging
Great
the toes.
throwing catch.
That's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And the tight end goes in motion left. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes us up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And
Barely missed him on the run.
So far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, they allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan.
This is going to be really aggressive.
they're going to try and throw. And this is caught. He hits more.
Converted.
Panthers first down as they managed to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a
That
fresh
worked
set of
exactly
downs here,
to how
first
I
and 10.
audibled it. We have this huge lead.
They go back to the ground with
Oh!
and down inside the 40 to about the 38. 119 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. A good
Gonna
run.
try to
got
take a
7
shot
on
here
first.
from
Here's
Marshall.
2nd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Taking a shot here for Marshall.
Oh!
Incomplete. That would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him the
Great
3rd down
decision.
conversion, 5 yards on the play. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And taking it
Jamal
to the
drops the shoulder.
before he's brought down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
just lowered the shoulder on Peppers. Boom. Boom. Destroyed.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard
16
line.
attempts.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll drop to throw. And
Got DJ for the touchdown.
Touchdown by DJ Moore. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Able to find his man, Woods. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll look to throw again. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Jason Barrett. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, It's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Slaughter.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but
huge
the
pick
way this
six.
offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important
That was
possession.
nifty.
But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And they get Jones for
Again!
the ball game.
Picked off by Jason Verrett. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
He already got a pick 6, though.
When we intercept a pass, Oski
Last drive.
Boom! Well, that worked really well last
free
week.
agent.
Made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski.
Making
maybe not
huge
a
plays
touchdown,
on the
but we're
defense.
playing really well.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've got the lead right now, and last week they were able to defeat the Atlanta Falcons here as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Oh, man. I thought I had that. He was wide.
3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he knocks the ball away.
I tried to lob it up back there.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they'll work this down inside
DJ's
the
been
30.
so reliable.
It's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17
Exactly what I wanted him here for, that safety valve just to dump off. Then go look at that. Go get some.
They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
No turnover here in that red zone. Just throw it away if you don't have it.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down.
The spin move,
Second
though.
and right at a yard. On this drive, obviously, I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called, they are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. In motion left, the tight end. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Damn.
Which was awfully tight there.
Was there anything that I had open else? I should have thrown it to him out in the flat. Damn it.
They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They run. It's Williams. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither
You kidding
the
me?
touchdown nor the first down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Well, they knew who to turn to on fourth down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. As
Try
they
to
talk
pin him in
things
here,
over prior
make him
to this
punt and give
upcoming
it back.
second down play. To throw from his end zone, Jones. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Jones. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Now we got a problem.
Third down gain of 19.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Throwing Jones. He'll get this one complete there to Pittman. Past the 20. Touchdown,
Blown coverage.
Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
I made a mistake.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7.
How's he wearing number 18 in Indianapolis? That shit should be retired.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board.
He had him beat, yo.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Moore, the man in motion. Back to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And
Damn it, I think if I would have held out just a little longer, I had him cutting deep.
Give him a gain of completion.
I would have.
Bring up 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh my God!
They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Colts are going to...
Holy fuck.
Football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he will...
Woo! And that ends the half.
Pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. And that pick 6, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue what has been a very lopsided first half.
And I better buckle in my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, when I see a pick 6, I'm up and jumping up and down watching it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be neutral, but those kind of plays, they excite me every time. They are in absolute control in this one. Nice play there.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT.
Huge on defense right now.
This first half. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin our trip around the NFL at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Tennessee taking on their closest rivals, distance-wise, in Atlanta. And it's the Titans on top as that one draws close to halftime. Derrick Henry, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. From there, we head up to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. Cortland Sutton, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. Alvin Kamara, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And you can see they've had tremendous success running the football. Close to 200 yards total, with the 3rd and 4th quarters still to come. Meanwhile, for the Colts, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter.
Turner had a great first half with 2 touchdowns. 154 yards, 14 of 25.
Now a play fake here on first down. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And down right around the 32-yard line. It's on the pickup.
I gotta get some change up. He's gonna get worn out or hurt.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Moore, the man in motion. They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete.
Worked exactly how I
wanted. You think
wanted.
they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On second down, here's Penny. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards to the Panther first down.
Well, as we've learned
Why
over
he
the
needs
years,
more
just because a
touches
guy
as
plays
well.
left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
Well, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now back to throw. Rolling to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, we had
I
it.
saw him break contain and get outside. My first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Marshall. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Penny. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that's complete to the right side. It's
Touchdown!
Terrace Marshall, 28 yards.
I thought that was
Panthers
picked.
Open the lead up to 30. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're
Should have been thrown to DJ cutting across or more. I mean, Chenault up there. Throw it to the back pylon. But, oh, that's the most dangerous one.
reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's Terrace Marshall who's able to cap things off with a touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able
Want
to
that
get
ball
the
to
3rd
pop
down
out.
conversion.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Unfortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by Bass is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Penny up the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
In motion goes the tight end. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Able to complete this to Chenault. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll drop the throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's got it at the 15.
Huge to DJ.
With the ball at the 13-yard line.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
And it'll be caught in the end
That's
zone
game.
for the Carolina touchdown by DJ
Boom.
Moore.
I'm pulling him
From
for the game.
13
Him
yards
and
out. And the
McKee
Panthers have
are
taken
coming
a
out.
5-touchdown lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On second down, it's Taylor.
Nifty move. And some room to maneuver.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
3 quarters in the books.
Blowout here
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
in Indianapolis because of the
Back now
Carolina
in
Panthers'
Indianapolis.
great defense.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
8 yards to go on second down.
Back to throw. Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. And this offense on third down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Colts on... Here on 4th down, and the Panthers will get the football back.
Now that's just simply
I'm
good
getting
coaching
some backup,
and excellent
some playing
technique on that
time.
play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. On the jet sweep, this is Marshall. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Now Jones. Dancing to his left. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or 2 short. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here is another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick.
Number 5.
They're going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
11 yards and a Panther first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Corral lost it. The ball is out.
Oh, shit.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, Corral. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw again on second down. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good for a Colts.
Throwing Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
That's good for a Colts. First and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
Complete to Jarvis Landry. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw again. Buying time to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Brings up third down.
Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted.
Oh my God, they
I think
kicked
the
it out at
receivers
the
now, when they're running their
32-yard line.
routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets him set at about the 32. They'll begin this series with a give to Hubbard. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On third down, here's Corral. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll run a draw now with Hubbard.
That 2nd down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try to make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
A give up the middle, Hubbard.
3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
He finds his man, complete. It's Saunders.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
The Colts take over first down.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Jones throw into the hands of Pittman here.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Woods.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
And connecting here with Pittman on the out route. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And Woods has it complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he'll lose yardage
They
here.
throw a
Back at the
screen
47.
to finish the game on 3rd and 9. Interesting choice. And
And as this defense
Tanner
walks
McKee has
off the
led
field,
the
they can
Carolina
do so with
Panthers
their
to a
heads
2-0
held
start.
high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles,
4
just
passing
complete
touchdowns on the
domination
day.
on both sides of the football here this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Carolina, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.
Jason Verrett adding to his touchdown, or excuse me, his interception total to 2. On this game, at least. He has more at least.